everyone, today we're going to build a Z2 with a couple of new Team Blacksheep products. One is the battery bay for the Z2 that we developed, and another one is the version 2 of the GoPro mount that is going to come out with the layer lens from Tim at FPV Manuals. Here we have the TBS battery bay for the Zephyr 2. It's constructed in 6mm plywood to be really thick and strong, and we're going to assemble it now. The way you tell which way is the front and which way is the back has these little cutouts that correspond to the cutouts on the Zephyr for the magnets. So you lay it in like this, and these sidebars here, they're angled with the thin part being the front, which also corresponds to how the battery bay is laid out in the Zephyr. And then you have two of these angles which are the same, and one which is a little different, and this is the one that goes into the center. And this is really easy to assemble. It may need a little bit of force on just to get it in really tight. And here you have the front plate. You can tell the difference because it's not as tall. You just find out which way it goes on and you clip it up. And here you have the back panel, and you do that the same. So there we go. And this part here, it remains open. That's okay, because you know, there's really no need to close it up. This is where the handles for the magnet will be. And as you can see here, from the milling, there are these little holes, and these are perfect for dropping in a drop of CA glue. You know, just look around. Everywhere you see one of these, you just drop in a little bit. And there we go, it's finished. Okay, and before you put in the battery bay thing, you will need to attach these velcros, and also what you want to do is you want to mark the places where these velcros go just a little bit, and then use again the solder gun to just melt the foam a little bit. And then you run these in. I can give it a little test fit. Let's see. There we go. Now you can choose to just leave these inside here, just like that, or you can actually glue them in. I would prefer to, or I would suggest to glue them in, because this will significantly increase the strength of your Zephyr. Just to give you show you. I mean, right now you can push against this really hard, and it's not going to do anything. Once you take this out, you will see that this section here is pretty shaky, and on the first impact, this is what will actually break backwards. So this really increases the strength of the Zephyr on the most critical part. which is the front, obviously. So to glue it in, you can use any glue really. We use the old trusted Gorilla Glue. Just put in a little bit everywhere. And throw in a bit of water. Take one of the glass sticks and just spread it everywhere and mix it up with the water. And once you glue this in, you just secure again with a little bit of CA so that the Gorilla Glue, once it starts to foam up, doesn't push inside. And here you can already see, which is going to be a small little problem at the beginning. There's Gorilla Glue coming in from here, from all these little holes. You can't really do anything against that at the beginning. Just, you know, be careful that it doesn't affect the velcros, and then you can just use a knife and cut that out later. Okay, so while the GoPro, the battery mount glue dries, we can start to cut another cable channel, and that will be the channel for the batteries going to the EasyOSD current sensor or to your ESC. For that we heat up the steel rod once more, and here you can see there's a special cutout made for Dean's plugs, and we use that and just cut a hole to the left. To run the cable through. And this is going to be a cable you will need to make by yourself. It's pretty easy to do. You just take two Deans and solder them together, and then use a small cable with the Deans on the other end, and this will then in the end sit in here like this, so that you can plug in the batteries on both sides. And I've already finished this right now, but it's better to attach the last Dean's plug at the end, so you can actually cleanly run the cable through. And then after you ran it through, you attach this Dean's plug. Okay, so you can see here I overshot quite a bit with the Gorilla Glue, but in no case whatsoever try to take it out before it's completely dry. Because that will create a whole mess on the wood. So just, you know, leave it there and let it relax and dry.